Hello, so this is the video to go with your card S16. It's all about measuring lines and angles accurately and making sure that you can use the correct equipment in order to do so. So let's have a little look. The question on your card is to do with this diagram here. It wants you to measure the length of AB and BC in centimetres accurately, and it wants you to do the same thing for the angle ABC, which we can see on the diagram there as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my ruler to measure those lines. Now, the crucial thing to remember, it's really easy, so long as you remember that, when you are measuring using your ruler, you get that 0 lined up with the start of the line that you want to measure. So don't be tempted to start at the very end of your ruler, because that definitely is not going to work for you. You need to get that 0 lined up with the very start of the line there. So if I tilt that around a little bit, then we can see that we've got 1, 2 centimetres and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just past 5, so 6 millimetres there. So altogether, that means for AB, I've got 2.6 centimetres. If I do the same thing again for B to C, remembering that I have got to get my 0 there lined up with the start of that line, then I can count along 1, 2, 3, 4 centimetres and 1, 2, 3 little millimetres there. So for the line B to C, I've got 4.3 centimetres. So that's your lines using your ruler, getting your answers in centimetres. If I want to measure an angle, I'm going to have to use my protractor. And again, it's really easy, so long as you remember a few crucial points. You've got to get the middle of this protractor lined up exactly with the corner of that angle. So if I get that little cross in the middle there to line up exactly with the corner of the angle down there, and make sure that the line at the bottom of the protractor follows the line at the bottom of my angle, then I'm going to measure it accurately. Now this line's not quite long enough. That's not a problem, and if you need to in the exam, you just make that line a little bit longer. So I'm going to extend that line there. No, I'm not. I'm going to extend the line so that it just goes all the way to the edge of my protractor. There we go. And I can see what's going on then. Now it's much easier for me to see where that line crosses the scale at the top. And remember, I am counting how big this angle here is. Now this angle, we've got 120 something, or just a bit less than 60 to choose from. Getting the scale right, if we look at the size of the angle, it's bigger than a right angle. It's an obtuse angle, so that means it must be more than 90 degrees. It can't be this answer here that's at between 50 and 60. It must be going around the other way, and if we check out where the 0 is on our protractor, we're going around the inside scale here to 120, just past 120. It looks to me like it's about 122 degrees, that one. So angle ABC is going to be about 122 degrees. And it's important to get that as accurate as you can, because in the exam, as long as you're within 1 degree, so if I'd have got 121 or 123, I'd still get full marks, but any less accurate than that, and you're going to start to lose marks. So it's important for your lines and for your angles that you measure it as accurately as you can.